update now to our investigative project, a hanging on Backbone Creek. Nearly 60 years after a young girl mysteriously died in Marble Falls, there's new movement in her case. In 1965, Daynon Lewis was found hanging by a jump rope in a shed behind her family's home, and a local elected justice of the peace who had no medical background and didn't order an autopsy ruled it an accident. Many who knew this 13-year-old never believed she was responsible for her own death, instead suspecting someone else could have killed her. Based on the evidence we uncovered, a new JP submitted an update to the Texas Department of State Health Services to amend Daynon's death certificate. The document now officially says the manner of death could not be determined and clarifies Daynon was found on her knees with a rope tied around her neck. An amendment her loved ones say honors her dignity. Why was it so important for you to see Daynon's death certificate updated?
There was just no way that it was an accident, and it just led me and many others to, always question it. When I was contacted by you, it just kind of got things more in focus again. It just kind of resolves things a little bit, just knowing that she didn't do it to herself intentionally or otherwise.
What does it mean after almost 60 years that we were able to get this done?
I think for me personally, it takes away the shroud of any thought of suicide. It removes it totally. You have helped clear some confusion from 60 years. The fog is thinner now. From my part of the family, we appreciate your efforts and what you have uncovered and what you have done. That's awesome. Thank you.
Daynon's case helped us expose an antiquated 200-year-old system throughout Texas, where most counties still use JPs to investigate deaths, with little training and scant forensic knowledge. That system led us to state lawmakers who, after our reporting, will soon consider new legislation just filed that could mean less reliance on JPs in Texas. They already have several other court-related duties. Instead, there would be more opportunities to utilize medical examiners, doctors schooled specifically in conducting autopsies. SB 1370, the bill just filed by Republican Senator Tan Parker, would lower the population from 2.5 million to just 1 million people as the proposed threshold requiring counties to establish a medical examiner's office. Today, there are just 7 counties in the state with a population of 1 million or more, and they already all have medical examiners serving them. The Texas Demographic Center predicts 5 more counties will surpass 1 million people by 2060. That includes booming Williamson County, where after our reporting about overworked JPs doing death investigations there, officials recently purchased property for a future medical examiner office. Fort Bend and Montgomery counties will also likely hit the 1 million mark by 2060, but in recent years, officials there chose to establish their own ME offices, just like several other counties currently below the population threshold, even though they weren't required. Some even formed a medical examiner district made up of 4 counties in North Texas. That's something Parker's bill also aims to expand and put into statute, the possibility of neighboring counties, no matter their population, sharing an ME office. It's an official way to allow such agreements to jointly operate and maintain the service, which could help counties nearing 1 million people save money and share expertise.
And just make it easier for counties to have partnerships that are collaborative with neighboring counties or other entities to provide those services to the people they're blessed to represent. So it's always a balance between protecting the needs of the taxpayer while at the same time doing the right thing by our people.
And it appears this bill could have bipartisan support, as Parker's Democratic colleague, Senator Sarah Eckhart, tells us. Eckhart, a former county judge in Travis County, which has a long-established ME office, said relying on JPs for death investigations throughout most of the state, a system unlike any other in the country, is outdated.
Our JPs are really struggling, and we've seen way too many errors relying on individuals who, God love them, they're not equipped to make these calls. This is leading to unjust results in the criminal justice context.
Eckhart said she's open to discussing Parker's bill with him, but also acknowledges staffing more medical examiner offices could be challenging. Experts tell us there are fewer than 1,000 doctors with this specialty actively practicing in the U.S. No doubt that will come up if this bill progresses this session, adding another layer to the debate over death, something that will eventually impact every Texan. We'll keep you updated. Until then, check out our complete coverage, docuseries, and podcast at kxan.com/Backbone Creek. Josh Hinkle, KXAN Investigates.